Using video storytelling to keep viewers engaged is my favourite way to connect. Stories are so powerful, and combined with video, we have the ability to change how someone sees our mission, the world around us, and to make amazing natural connections. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use stories in your video so that you're not competing for attention from the noisy newsfeed, and how to stand out from the other beige marketers, because we ain't bland. And later in the video, I'll give you the video story framework to use too, so that you can tell your stories with a video in a way that keeps your viewer hooked. I'm Elaine and welcome to my channel. If you've not been here before, I give you information that I've found to work on my business building journey that will give you the shortcuts and fast track you to becoming visible and building yours. Like and subscribe so that you don't miss a video. So video story is not just for movies. Video storytelling connects humans together and builds strong connections, and we can do this when we talk about what our viewer cares about, what's important to them. So how do we take what we want to talk about and connect this to what our audience cares about? Well, say for instance you're a hairdresser and you want to get people into your local salon. You could create a video that shows some great cuts or colours that you've done, but talk about how having your hair done regularly makes you feel better in yourself, more in control of things when you feel better, gives you one less thing to think about, makes you feel good, feel great, and saves you time before a big event, say. All of these things are challenges that our viewers face every day, such as being busy, never having time for themselves, and show how you can take some of the stress or the problems away, as well as showing your expertise with the service that you provide. This is what our people care about. They care about joy, ease and happiness in life. And this touches their emotions because in reality everybody wants to lead an easier, happier life, and when they know that you understand how they feel, then they're going to want to know more from you. Another way to do this, I recently did an IGTV video where I talked about storytelling with video. I like to do long and short form videos for my various different platforms. And in the IGTV video, I gave a little tour of our beautiful local village, which added more interest to the video and complemented the storytelling aspect that I was talking about. This video gave the viewer a little bit more insight into my life, where and how I live, and that I live in a farming community, and it communicated some of my values and interests. It helps to attract the right person and repel the ones who aren't the right people, and it builds trust and a more natural relationship, whilst I was still giving valuable information in the video. I also added snapshots of things of interest in our village to my Instagram stories. Then I linked those stories to the IGTV video, which you can do with a swipe up. Even if you've got less than 10k followers on Instagram, you can do a swipe up from your stories to an IGTV video. So I was creating awareness and a deeper connection with my audience on the Instagram platform. And creating a small content carousel like this can have great impact. Ordinary things that hit people's emotions can create change and shifts which result in a deeper bond. As Maya Angelou said, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. And it's so true. You can use your stories to communicate, teach and sell, because your perspective of the story means what you want to make it mean. You can take memories, happenings, things from your journeys, things that you've seen in your day, anything at all. Tell the story that relates to the struggles and desired results that your viewer is having and wanting, so that they can see themselves in your story. Using these as connection stories makes your viewer think that you're the person when they can see themselves in your journey. They hear your story, but it connects to theirs. They feel that they're like you, and when they see that you've done it, they see that they can too. And to create a video like this, think about the destination that you want to take them to, and what's the valuable quick win that you can give them, and then work it backwards. So do this by configuring your story from a past experience that incorporates the value information, and then it hits them in the feels and takes them on the journey with you. So for instance, your aim may be to encourage the viewer not to give up, but to tweak as they go to get the results that work. Pretty much like we have to do with video, because success isn't always straight away. So you could perhaps tell the story of the bee that kept hitting the window when it tried to get out, but when it altered its trajectory by 1 degree and it didn't give up trying, it found the opening and it flew out. So don't give up, you'll get there in the end basically. Use videos that show them possibility. They also work well too. And that would be a video that shows them what's possible when you work together, and when they see and understand that people like us can do things like this basically. I use this type of video when I talk about my membership, the Video Visibility Lab, and I talk about what we can achieve together with your video marketing. I take them on the journey of not being confident to start with and having little or no tech skills and no audience, and show them that it's possible to create great videos quickly and easily to grow your email list. In other words, this is what's possible when we do it together. And if it sounds like something that you're interested in, I'll leave a link below to the wait list for the membership. And if you get your name on the wait list, I'll let you know when the doors open. Our viewers can see the light as we cast the vision that's possible for them. And it's a little bit like a rally call or a battle cry when they realise that they can go far with you and get those results that they want. Other video stories that you can create are ones that bust the viewer's objections when it comes to buying. When it comes time to sell your courses or your services, create your own little toolbox of micro stories that address those internal and external challenges that your audiences have. So for instance, say you sell an online course. External challenges may be that they have lack of time, money, fear of tech, and internal challenges are perhaps confidence, fear of judgment, lack of self-belief. So then you can create micro videos that can be case studies of who you've worked with when you show what other people have achieved. And this basically shows the viewer that people like them have overcome the challenges that they're currently having and have got the results that they want to have. And when you have these dialed in, you'll understand them better than they understand themselves. Think of anything that's holding them back that you can show them to help make progress. And like I say, these are great videos to have to bust objections when they feel like they can't buy your course because of how they currently feel. Because telling these stories makes connection and selling easy without any force, it creates that natural relationship. Now the framework to use, and as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, like in all good stories, films included, we need to create this in a sequence, and it goes like this. We have a key person, that's your ideal client, who has a problem, something that they're struggling with, who meets a guide to help, that's you. They overcome the challenges and have some form of a transformation. But you must position the story around your ideal client from their view. Even though the story's about you and it's your story and the journey is yours, you must show them that you can help them overcome the same things that you have and what you've achieved as a result. That way your viewer can see themselves in your story and then believes that they can achieve the same results on the same journey that you've had. And just about every film uses this framework for their story. Take for instance Pretty Woman. Julia Roberts, she plays Vivian, a hooker, she's a key person, who dreams of a happier life instead of struggling to pay the rent. That's the problem. She meets the guide, Edward, who's Richard Gere, the wealthy businessman, and he helps her overcome the challenges. We all remember Rodeo Drive and the big mistake, huge mistake. And she has the transformation to be the person she wants to be with a fairy tale ending. We've got the key person who has a struggle, meets the guide, overcomes the challenges, has the transformation. So have a play about with that framework, and as with everything, it's trial and error, but I've given you a few ideas there to get started. And grab my free guide, 10 tips to filming like a pro with your smartphone. That gives you information on filming, confidence, audio and much more. The link's below, as with the other links that I've mentioned in this video, and get going. You might like this video next that talks about creating a storyboard to plan out your videos, or this video that helps you nail the struggles and worries of your ideal client so that you know exactly what they're thinking better than they do. Likes and subscribes to the channel are always appreciated, and of course then you'll be notified when I post a new video, and I'll see you in the next one.